vengeance.
Gold!
You guys didn't hear any of that. Crap. All right. Hi. My Welcome to another Vengeance God stream. My name is Mikey Fadum, also known as Vengeance God, also known as Ambassador Kel. What's up, everybody? Glad to have you all here. Welcome. Thank you so much. I am going to be we're going to be having a fun Star Wars filled day today, and so I hope you're all excited for that. The first thing we're going to be doing, hold on. I just need to type myself this reminder before I forget, because I will forget to remind myself, and then I will forget. Anyway, we're going to be doing a bunch of cool Star Wars stuff today. The first thing we're going to be doing is going to be looking at an interview I did with Carrie Copeland, who is the creator and star of a documentary that's coming. It's on Kickstarter right now, trying to get funding. It's called Halcyon Daze, The Final Voyages of Disney's Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. And it's a documentary about the experience of the Galactic Star Cruiser immersive experience that Disney had up on in Disney World for only about a year, I think, before they closed it down, and the community that's been brought together by that experience, as well as interviews with the creators and performers who were behind bringing that experience to life. It looks really fascinating. If you're interested, the link is now in Twitch chat. Please go and donate to that Kickstarter. But I am going to now mute myself again, because again, this is a pre-recorded interview that I did yesterday, and we are going to all watch the interview together, and then we're going to come back and we're going to play some Star Wars Squadron with some other viewers of the show. So enjoy, and I'll be right back. Hey Carrie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm really excited to chat with you. I think I mentioned before we got started that I'm sort of living vicariously through you. I really wanted to go on the Star Cruiser and just couldn't get it together before, everything closed down. And so I've been, a lot of folks like my friend Dave Cobb, I've been, sort of living through the stories they tell me of when they got to go. And so getting a whole documentary on it is really truly incredible. What inspired you to create? Oh, actually, first of all, let's start with the beginning. What is Halcyon Daze?
Halcyon Daze is a feature-length documentary film about the Galactic Star Cruiser, and more it's about why I got obsessed, and then why the community got obsessed, and then what it meant to a lot of people, and then how the community is carrying on with the spirit of the Star Cruiser.
It's for something that was around for such a brief moment in history. Why do you think the Star Cruiser had such a huge effect on people?
Yeah, first, I'm so sorry you didn't get to go on, and like I said, we're kind of chatting. Sorry, I'm sorry. It was horrible. I'm just gonna pretend like it was bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. Nobody should have done it. There's a 4-hour video about that.
Yeah, right. And that's the only perspective that matters.
Right, yeah, totally.
Wait, what was the question?
Why do you think the Star Cruiser had, for something that was a relatively short period of time, had such a big effect on a group of people?
On a group of people, I think, is the thing. For some of us, this was an opportunity to be someone we'd always wanted to be, and to also live out Star Wars sci-fi dreams in an immersive spaceship in outer space. And also, because the experience is unlike something, it's unlike anything I've ever done, and it's so powerful, and the design was meant to engender positive community building. It facilitated experiences that transcended the art form, reunited families, estranged people, people coming into confidence in a way that they hadn't, because they could be this person that they always wanted to be, and then they took that person, that character, out of the experience. So that's a little bit of it, but also like it was super luxurious, and I know that's why it costs so much, but if you break it down on by all the things that you get, I mean, you could just split a cabin and not, it would be the same as staying at the Poly rack rate for one night. So it really, for everything you got and the way you could split it up, it was really luxurious. People love that. I mean, just the superficial level, but the transformative power and the community that formed absolutely is why it was such a, it's become such a lasting thing.
And so what were you, when you first were going to go on the Star Cruiser for the first time, what were your expectations before you got on the ship?
I knew everything. I spoiled the whole thing. I knew it all. Because I was taking my husband for his 50th birthday, and I wanted him to have a great time. And I thought, well, it's a Star Wars thing. I want him to do it. And his dad, he was going to do it with his dad, who passed away a couple years earlier. And I'm like, I don't care what this costs. We're going to reserve it, put a down payment down. And then his mom said, I'm going to do it for his 50th. I'm going to pay the rest. So I had expectations based on me looking at all the videos, poring over the Star Cruiser spoilers pages and, reverse engineering stuff, because I wanted him to have a great time. And even knowing all that stuff, it was an absolute surprise at every turn. And I had no idea how amazing this thing was going to be. So expectations, yet still didn't know.
What was what were some of the surprises? What were some things that caught you off guard?
Okay, you ready for the moment?
Yes, absolutely. Please tell me about the moment.
Okay, my character was an aunt to, she was the aunt of a niece who'd been conscripted, she thought, by the First Order and taken to a location close to where the cruise ship would dock. Okay. So she went on to the cruise with a crystal, thinking, I'm going to talk to one of these Saja people on this cruise and say, I'm not really religious, but maybe this can help. It's my last ditch effort to find my niece. So I talked to Saja, I tell her the whole story. It was a cruise that didn't have a lot of people on it, so they were really into somebody who was going to play. Yeah. Told her the whole story. I was in a force sensitive path. So I'd been kind of at the same time giving Lieutenant Croy, the First Order baddie in the story, a bunch of shit. Like,
yeah, like you do.
Yeah, like, quit conscripting younglings. Like, what are you doing? Like, he was talking to, kids on the ship, and they absolutely loved Croy. Like, these boys would follow him around. So I was just teaching him, giving him crap. But then in a more serious moment later on that same day, the first day of the cruise, my husband and I are sitting in the lounge, and he walks in. And I go, Croy, listen, seriously, like, let's be real. You have a family, right? And he goes, all serious, and I'm getting goosebumps right now. He goes, I know what you're going to ask me, and I don't know where your niece is. We don't have her. And I was like, how? My husband was like, how did he know that? Right? So these moments happened all the time. Like, they had ways of recording information, but it wasn't earpieces. Like, they were trained about how to memorize these things and engage and talk amongst themselves and use analog ways to do this. And so this happened all the time to so many of us.
That is really, really
good examples that tell you? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing a story of there was a kid who was had like broken his leg or something, so he was on crutches. I don't know if you've heard this story. And he really wanted to do this one scene with Chewbacca, and in order to make that scene work, he had to get up a flight of stairs, which he was taking forever at. And so the Lieutenant Croy actor knew about this and stalled for like 30 minutes to wait for Chewbacca and the kid to get there so they could do the scene, which is just incredible.
Yeah, I did. I've talked to those people. It's amazing. Like, it happened all the time.
Yeah. So you had
Yeah.
this amazing experience on the Star Cruiser, and then
Yeah.
you know, you went back a couple of times, right?
Yes. It's like
Was it a different experience each time? Did you come in with a different character?
I did. I did. Uh it was a different experience every time. Like the second time I was on, I was gaming it hard. Like I knew it was closing. I had 2 cruises booked
Yeah,
before the closure was announced. So I felt very free that second trip to really play it by ear and do what I wanted. But I wanted to like try and get things. I was sharing, by the way, I was sharing a suite with people. We
yeah,
split it up. It was less, and it was when discounts were offered. So
sure.
I paid less than, like, it was about $1,200 total for me to go on. And very affordable. Like
Yeah,
that is what you would pay rack rate poly each night
yeah.
without
I mean,
everything
that's
else. So
what you pay to go to an immersive LARP anywhere in the United States right now. So you know.
exactly. And you're not in your room. Like you're
Yeah,
not at all. So yeah, every experience is different. Like the highlight of that trip was being in the climate simulator and getting to use the force and use pieces of my dissertation work about home and place and displacement with Asaja. And we ended up crying. And I took the Rose Tico ring that I was wearing off my neck and said, I want you to have this. And I didn't plan on giving that to anyone. And we're crying in the climate simulator. And, you know, also I ended up that trip trying a few of the cocktails in the Sublet Lounge and I hadn't tried. And I also helped with the heist and did a different part. And then on the third trip, I was with my brother and his son and my husband again. And my husband, who's an introvert, became a completely different person. Like I was like, I'm sorry, could you not be Dree Cornelius for 5 minutes while we're in the cabin? And me, my husband was like in his fake
no.
British accent. So that was powerful. And he got to do the climate simulator and wore the Saja out because he was such a goofball in that character. And then the final trip, I played this crazy Wookiee because my goal was third to last voyage. I want to make all these cast members break and I'm going to be as I can. So we were shooting, so it was work. So I couldn't do all the missions the same way and all that stuff. But like I got to let them see what I had been talking about and help the doc team really understand why this thing was not like anything else you're going to experience in your life until we get there with immersive. Like maybe it'll be a Harry Potter or Star Trek. That would be fantastic, folks.
Yeah.
We'd love it. Yeah. Does that answer your question? It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
different. Improv, scenes, like there are 100 different ways for this thing to go. And I have no doubt that if I did it 4 times a year for the rest of my life, it would have been different every time.
So, you know, you mentioned starting to film the documentary. What inspired you to say, you know, like, okay, this is, you know, this thing is going away. We need to like document it.
I mean, it was more selfish than that. I am a nonfiction writer. My degrees are in writing, and I write to figure my life out through nonfiction. And I was like, I need to make a documentary to figure out why I got so obsessed with this thing. What's wrong with me? This is expensive. I mean, I could afford it. I don't have kids. Put it on credit cards or whatever and pay it off. But like, why did some of us get so obsessed? Like what, how do you break it down and take it apart and understand? So that's why. And then it became like, oh, this is important to document because we were changed by this. The actors were changed by this. The crew was changed by this. And we're carrying this thing on. And there's this really positive, amazingly talented, creative, smart community of those people that came out of it that is, again, unlike anything I've ever done. So it's like the Star Cruiser was not like anything. And then all these friends that I made in the community that's doing things like Halcyon and the Galactic Dinner, the Imperial Recruitment Event, the Halcyon sessions, the sessions in Batu with the Jedi Talk guys, the Corellian Caper. People are carrying this thing on. So I want to figure it out. I wanted to figure it out. And of course I perfectly figured it out and I have all the answers.
100%.
So watch the film for all the answers.
Yeah. But it's cool.
We do have some of the answers. We kind of do.
That's neat. I love the idea of exploring yourself through art. And you know, that's what it sounds like you're doing with the documentary. And so that sounds really cool. I think it would surprise a lot of people to learn how much, you know, the community has continued on, you know, sort of the folks who were like, oh, well, it's just an expensive Star Wars hotel. can you talk a little bit about like some of those things you mentioned, like Halcyon and some of the other stuff where the community that was built on the Star Cruiser continues to get together and grow and hold on to each other?
Yeah. Halcyon is a super fan conference. I think this year there's 600 or 700 tickets, and they sold out immediately, like very quickly. So people do sessions like my friend Diana Sanders does Saja meditation in the morning, and it was packed last year, like, way over capacity. People do like lightsaber training, or like people cosplay like crazy, or crafting on the Star Cruiser. So Halcyon is a conference, 2.5-day fan conference. The Galactic Dinner was an event put on by Chef Andrew, who has 10 galactic stars, and I'm sure he's hilarious. But his wife Wendy is a writer, and he's a writer and a theater background person. They also have other jobs. They put on this dinner with Star Cruiser themed food, and they had a whole theater play. They wrote it. It was beautiful. And it was in, of all places, my home state, but Covington, Kentucky. And people came from the West Coast. People came from all over to be part of this, and it was amazing. And then there's cool online things and things in Batu where people are trying to replicate like this immersive interactive experience.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get a bunch of people to go to Batu on the same day with like characters and costumes and just LARP around the world all day. I think that would be very, very fun. So
please invite me. Snacks wants to come.
Okay.
My character wants to come to that.
Excellent. Let's do it. So what do you think, you had this sort of journey of self-discovery that you decided you wanted to document. What do you think that you've gotten the most out of making this documentary and like exploring what the Halcyon meant to you?
There's a few things. What the Halcyon means to me now, because of the doc, is that I've met so many dang amazing, generous, creative people. And I've made very close friends who are now like some of my best friends. And like I traveled to like the Bay Area to see them, or to Charlotte, yeah, North Carolina, to see them, just to be with them. As an artist, what it means to me is that I am not going to be like modest and say I'm not capable of leading a team. I've done that, but like I had no idea how hard it is, but how much a great team can get done, and how people would pitch in to support us, and how art really is this huge collaborative effort with the community when it's representing a community that is like that. And how, I don't know, just, am I getting at what you're asking me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I'm just grateful and humbled and impressed with myself and impressed with the team, and I've learned so much. Like I thought, okay, if I can just get on this third to last voyage, I'll take my iPhone, I'll get into iMovie, and I can make something happen. No, absolutely like, not going to happen. But through adding people onto the team who are experts, cinematographers, executive producers, motion graphics people, score people who just said, hey, I got a score degree, you want me to do it? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So like, it's actual like feature length professional level. And I am just kind of like, we all have these different skill sets, and it's like a truly collaborative effort. And it's incredible. Like the fact that we raised $52,000 in a week and a half, and people came through, and we're going to still have more to do, like legal consultations and all the things that we need to do, coloring, sound. I'm just blown away.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what in your heart of hearts do you hope people get from watching the documentary? What do you think? What would you really hope like the message of Halcyon Daze would be, and what people would take away from it?
Global message, macro.
Yeah.
Art can change culture in a positive way. A little bit less macro. Being playful as an adult is really important. even more, diving in more, like connecting with people who mean something to you is one of the most important ways to having a wholehearted life, like living a wholehearted life. And then using your imagination and creativity, however you do it, whether it's carrying something on that you love or allowing yourself to just take a risk and do something you might not be sure about. It's just a way of life that's really rewarding for so many of us in the community. But I think in the world, like, let yourself go and try things. What's the worst that can happen?
That's awesome. Had you done any like LARPing kind of stuff before the Star Cruiser, and have you done anything since? Because it's funny listening. A lot of the stuff that you're saying is stuff that I've seen and heard from like the big, immersive LARPs and stuff that I've went to, and so I love that the Halcyon kind of opened this up for a whole new group of people.
Yeah. I did Dungeons. I've played Dungeons and Dragons and on and off my life, not hardcore, but some. So I was familiar with that. Cosplayed some, like Princess Mononoke and Deep from the Dark Crystal and things like that. But I had not LARPed in this way ever.
Have you considered trying it out now that you've gone and done it?
Oh, I would totally do it. Like when this is done, I'm gonna find a mega LARP and go to Europe and like do that thing.
Hell yeah.
Or I want to do it. Obviously, it's so fun. So fun. Yeah. What about you? Do you LARP with that?
Yeah, I do. I haven't in a while. But I used to do. There's board game conventions all over the country that do these parlor LARPs that are like 8-hour. It's fun because it's kind of like the Halcyon in that you will have a very limited amount of time, so you've got to get all of your story and your secrets out in like 8 hours, as opposed to like one of the long running LARPs where you can hold on to character things for days. So I really like the sort of fleeting story arc nature of those. I haven't done any down here in LA since I moved, but I'm hoping to get to one soon.
Have you done Knott's Berry Farm?
No, I've been to Knott's once, but it was the busiest day of the year that I went on accident, so it was too crazy to do anything. I'm gonna try and go back and do Ghost Town this year because I heard great things about it.
That's on my list. And have you done Meow Wolf yet?
Yes, I have done Meow Wolf in Vegas, which is, oh my god, so freaking cool.
So great. That's one I've done too.
Yeah. That whole thing was incredible. Just the storytelling that you can follow or not follow. My wife and I were like, oh, we'll only be there for like 3 hours, and we were there for like the whole day.
Yeah. When I opened up that t-shirt stairway, I was like, oh my god, there's a thing. Oh,
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, we're running out of time on this Zoom call. Okay. So if people want to, so you've got a Kickstarter going on right now. You've funded already, congratulations. But you've got a lot of stretch goals and things to work for. Making a documentary is super expensive. So if people want to find out more about Halcyon Daze and if they want to support your Kickstarter, how do they do that?
All right, so our website, if you want to do that, is halcyondaze.com. Wait, where's it? Film.com. One of those two.
I'm on the website. I'll look it up.
Okay, thank you. So we have a website that tell you more about the team and everything. The Kickstarter, just search for
HalcyonDazeFilm.com. There you go.
HalcyonDazeFilm.com. Thank you. And then we're on socials. You can look us up the same way. You'll find us on our Instagram and our Facebook page. But the Kickstarter, listen, I just want to say we really need people to just click the page and watch the video. That helps us keep up the algorithm at the top. We are a project we love officially by Kickstarter, which is like a staff pick. We are so excited. And if you can throw any money our way, or a lot of money, we have associate producer level, executive producer level, but what you're helping to pay for at any level is making this thing really great and showing the world that sci-fi, gaming, these things are meaningful to communities, and we like to play as adults, and there are important lessons about who we are in life and human nature in them. So Kickstarter, Halcyon Daze, share. Thanks for anything you can do to help us out. We say in Star Cruiser community, you know the phrase that we say?
Shoot. Yes, but
together?
Together as one. Together as one.
As one. Yeah. So thanks for helping. If you can come and be together with our little scrappy crew and help us out. And thank you for reaching out. So thoughtful.
Of course. I like I said, I was dreaming of doing this thing. myself, and so I'm really excited to get to live vicariously through you.
Hop on the movie, hop on board.
Woo! All right, well, folks, we're gonna take a quick look at the trailer for Halcyon Daze, and then we'll get back to the stream as usual. But Carrie, thank you so much for being here, and we will talk to you soon.
My pleasure. Tabuite.
I'm Carrie Copeland from Louisville, Kentucky. I teach senior English. I live a pretty, normal life. Oh, Dad, I love you so much. I'm sorry I'm not there. All right, happy 80th birthday. I'm missing my dad's 80th birthday, but priorities, I gotta be on the Star Cruiser right now.
Hello there. I would like to congratulate you on booking your voyage through the galaxy. You will be boarding the Halcyon.
Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is a first-of-its-kind vacation experience where you get to spend 2 days and 2 nights living out your very own Star Wars story.
The Galactic Star Cruiser was a branded Star Wars experience on Disney property that was a 2-day immersive theatrical live game-playing theater event. On its surface level, that's what it was.
I became obsessed with the Star Cruiser, but I shouldn't have gotten obsessed. I'm not a Star Wars super fan. So I want to look under the hood of this thing, and I want to know how, why, what does it mean about who we are? What's up with the Star Cruiser? Do you need a drink?
Not now.
Oh, Jellicle Snug Snack? So I decided on this character, Jellicle Snug Snacks, aka Snacks Baby. Behold!
Cosplay became something where I could express myself very freely. I can be a villain. I can be a non-human creature. I can be a wise sage. I can be a funny character.
I think he likes you.
And I found that very freeing.
Pleased to know that our new ship's mechanic, Sammy,
Jellicle Snug
has
Snack.
brought him here.
It's 70 hours of immersive theater happening over the course of 2 days. If skilled enough and we do a job, you take them through not just watching a hero's journey, but living it.
So an alternate reality game is what we call this transmedia experience. You have to go out and search and seek.
I just downloaded some stuff to my data pad.
You might talk to non-player characters. Holy crap.
What we fight for! It's not enough.
This is amazing. Maybe this world is deeper than I think it is. How deep does it go?
How did Disney create this thing that's so magic and powerful and connected so many people in such a positive way?
It felt kind of like I had been searching for a certain level of belonging for a very long time, and that you feel like kind of instantly at home and welcome.
It's evolved into not just Star Cruiser friends, they're just friends now. And that Disney certainly did not plan for.
Breaking news from Disney this afternoon. One of its newest hotels at Disney World is about to close its doors for good.
This is the third to last voyage, and I can feel that. People are crying and sad.
Disney is permanently shutting down its Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel.
I think that it was doomed, hard doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, that is just so sad. It's over. That was a 1.5 years of magic that everybody who got to touch it and be a part of it will remember forever.
So, my question is, now what? What are we gonna do now?
The heck? It's not recognizing my... Okay. All right, we're going to the shittier headset. Not sure what happened, but it was... it's not registering my microphone. For whatever reason. Something going too smooth. Yeah. I'll have to go dive into this and figure out what happened when we're not streaming. But for right now, we'll just use the worse audio. So hey, everybody, that seemed really cool, right? That was a really fun. Looks like a really fun documentary. I am putting the link in chat even one more time. But if you're not on Twitch chat for some reason, you can grab it from. Just go to search Halcyon Daze documentary on Google, or go to Halcyon Daze, and it's Daze like Dazed and Confused, film.com to get all the info on that. Please go and back this if you have some money to throw, because it's going to be really exciting, and I'm really excited to see, to finally get to live vicariously this experience that I really, really wanted to do. So, good. All right, well, I guess I should turn on the audio for everybody else who's here. Hi, everybody else who's here.
Hello.
Hello.
What?
we have Disco, we have Brosif, and we have Trexpert all hanging out in chat today, and we are all going to play some Star Wars Squadrons together. So without further ado, let's do this.
Okay. Alright. So just need you. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, Nihilus, I feel you on that whole being without power thing there.
Are you also without power?
No. I've been without power though.
Also, hello to everybody. Hello, Nihilus. Hello, Nels. Hello, Constance.
Alright, there we go.
And hey, Dexter.
So last year I went like 2 days without power. Like, this massive storm came and knocked everything out.
There was that storm in Texas back in 2021, and I would have power for about 2 hours a day, and I would use it to go play my Genshin Impact dailies.
Yeah, if I was in a situation...
that's what I was big into at the time.
Yeah, if I was in a situation like that, I'd use it for my STO daily.
You know, that is interesting. Now that I have an actual timer, I can see that there's an 8-second delay between live and the stream, at least for me here.
That makes sense. About 7 or 8 seconds is normal, as opposed to that one time when we had 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do I go classic?
That's the kind of stream delay that you want if you're, like, playing League or something, or like a competitive game.
You all look very pretty.
Yeah.
I like the sash.
Yeah, I figured. Diversity in pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, funny enough, actually, what is it? The one Y-Wing survivor is now canonically, Leia's friend. Shoot, I forget her name. Shoot. Blonde gal from the comics and stuff, Leia's friend from Alderaan, I forget her name.
Vanguard 3, checking in.
Yeah, it used to be Tycho Selchu, now it's that. And then actually, the older blonde lady from Rogue One was also canonically at Yavin. Yeah, so, but you know, yeah, and you know, died. No, we are doing. This is phase 1. Gotta clear the way to the Star Destroyer. Yep.
There.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh no.
Bye.
Press any button.
And shields are down. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, oh shoot. Okay, they just took the lead. Yep, phase 1. Get the phase 1, try and get control of the battlefield. Phase 2, either attack the frigates or defend the frigates. In this case, we are defending. Yes. And in this case, I am going to pull back and switch from my bomber to my fighter ship combat. Yep, and don't forget you can always pull back and change ships.
Unfortunately, that means it'll be harder to hear you folks. Let me turn myself up. Okay.
I keep trying to play it like it's Starfield.
Well, I'm here, I guess. Everybody's got some heavy weapons. If you can hit their escort.
I would love to. It's not letting me target anything. Not the targeting button was something else.
Okay, I was about to give you the Xbox controls for that.
Oh, that's a boost. I've done a boost now. I thought it was this button right here. Maybe I just don't have anybody close enough to target.
Shoot.
Oh shoot, that's the wrong ship.
Oh, you're shooting your own man! What? You're shooting your own man! Well, deep cut mark photos for you there. That's from Duck Soup.
Well, I rammed the enemy.
Oh, well, hey, that works.
Alright, well, it's not letting me focus on individual ties, so I'm trying to focus down this mini Star Destroyer instead.
Okay. Yeah, you should have some sort of target button.
Yeah, there is a target button. I just don't. It's for some reason it's not.
Can't find it. Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, so moving in on the Raider. Raider 2 class, same class that Inferno Squad flies.
Oh, that's.
Dodge that missile. Almost, got it. And that's down. Okay, almost there. Almost full defense. Push back.
XR2. You guys are doing 100% of the work, because I can't remember the controls. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's why we're doing a. Okay, there you go.
Think. At least I got one target.
At least he's somewhat similar to Starfield.
Yep. All right, switch back to my Y-wing. Hi. Time to make like the house thing and have a and give him a massive attack.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Nobody saw anything.
I just saw you blow up on my radar.
No, that's crazy talk. I definitely didn't attempt to do a attack run on a enemy ship and instead blow up the ship. Or crash into the ship as hard as I could.
What is nice actually is you can actually go through and make strafing runs on them and hit their guns.
I got killed by pilot error.
I think that means you crash into something, friend.
I got. Well, it counted as pilot error because I got ion torpedoed.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And then I regained control right as I was crashing into the station.
Ramming speed!
Oh,
yeah, I wasn't making out of that one alive.
Okay.
Shields double front!
Oh! And don't forget, you can always pull back and heal up at the Nebulons or just change ships. Okay, going back into territory here. Oh, shoot! Almost made it to the Nebulon.
Saw that one.
Ah!
Alright,
there we go.
Alright, if somebody wants to finish off Delta, I can move in and start hitting Charlie. Or rather, Crash and Dorn, I should say. This is Star Wars. Oric Besh Crash Dorn-esque Forn.
Oh god, I hate that so much in Battlefront. I'm just like, I don't know what that number what that means.
What's nice is it does follow our alphabet. Just Auric, Vesh, Kresh, Dorn, Esk, Forn, Grek, Herf, Isk, Jarek.
What I love about you beautiful nerds is that you think I can understand what you just said. Like that would I would have just learned it just from you saying it that fast.
Yeah. That's Auric, Vesh, Kresh, Dorn, Esk, Forn, Garrick, Herf. It doesn't quite work.
Alright. Fire everything. Uh-oh.
Gonna drift.
What's the missile button?
I don't know. Because I'm on a joystick.
Alright, cruiser's at 37%. Oh, I'm down. Alright, I'm down. Disable.
I believe in you.
I'm hit! It came from behind!
This game just has to add insult to injury by showing us how exactly we died.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, we're back on defense.
Yep.
Here. And see, the thing is, though, too, is with the frigates, once the shields go down, the shields don't come back up. So it's both a blessing and a curse, because for us, it's good because, we have to worry with the shields. But now also our frigates have no shields, so we have to worry about that.
Makes sense.
And and then each time, a new, escort comes out, which we have to worry about, because that's probably the biggest threat outside of the bombers. That thing is like a mini cruiser.
I really should be flying like a B-wing or something the way I'm doing this. I'm gonna go back to the Nebula and switch ships.
Okay, no, you gotta go to the,
Sorry, not the Nebula, the Mon Cal cruiser.
Oh, yeah, the Mon Cal cruiser, okay.
I knew where it was, I just had the wrong class name.
And, let's see. Okay.
Oh, so the boosting is like Starfield.
Perfect landing! Docked beautifully. No one saw anything.
Nice. Oh, shoot, we're down. Alright, we lost one frigate.
Alright, we're going back in.
Alright, what ship should I bring out?
Closing in. We just need to bomb the crap out of this thing, guys. We need fighters and we need bombers. I'm going in and hitting the raider.
So am I.
Okay, 48. Alright. So I'd say right now focus on fighters, because I've got this sucker burning through it with my Gatling gun, basically. Oh, and torpedo kit fries it.
We did it!
Alright, now we just gotta take out some of them that are their fighters. And bombers. I'd say definitely focus on the bombers.
What is the target button? Ah! It's so frustrating. I see a TIE fighter and then I can't target it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I swear it was one of these buttons last time. Maybe it's one of these.
Oh shoot! Okay. All right, they are coming for our capital.
Okay. Found it. Finally.
Huzzah! One thing I should is.
I need to be in a more maneuverable ship. Sorry, B-wing.
Yep.
That B-wing
bombers take some hits, man.
Yep. That's why, yes, because I've got my Y-wing here with its ion cannon and multi-lock missiles.
That B-wing was built like paper.
Alright, now that I can target, let's get out there and kill some things.
Oh man, I could have just used a Y-wing. I don't see anyone using the A-wing.
What the hell?
Okay, alright, we're on the offensive again.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, we gotta finish off their
seed.
Yeah, their seed. I'm trying to remember the class name though. It's escaping me.
Arquendens.
Architens, thank you.
Oh, it's almost done.
Yeah, we don't need to do much more. Power to weapons! No! Power to weapons! No!
Right.
Weapons!
Alright.
Alright, let's assault the Star Destroyer.
Alright, I'm going for the shield. I'm going for their port side shield tower. All right.
Okay.
All right, they're left. Let's hope the Imperials are not monitoring this channel. Alright, stay by. Rocking on. Close it in. 800. 7. Torpedoes away! I'm hit. We have a hit. 70, down to 75.
All right, coming in.
Ooh,
Coming
I
in
just
for
got
another
bursted
pass.
down by an interceptor.
Somebody, lock it on.
All right, I'm gonna make a run on the targeting system.
Torpedo launch.
Oh! Tractor beam. There I go.
You either gotta gun it or you gotta hit the tractor beams.
Yep.
Alright, port side shield generator on 58.
Okay, the way that Reaper moved in on me was pretty incredible, actually.
Okay, I'm coming.
Torpedoes away. Alright, one more. Alright, their shields are down. Start hitting their shield generators.
Going in.
Hit their shield generators. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's kind of a shame we can't load one of our ships with thermal detonators and just fly into their hangar bay and just blow it up.
Yep. Shield generator on down. Shield generator. Yep.
Easier next round. 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
done.
Shields are down. They'll make our life a little bit easier because that's going to disable. That's going to do some accuracy damage to their automated weapon systems. 47, 46. Oh shoot! It took out 3 of us.
Oh no! All right, we're on to defending.
Yes. All right, switching back to Y wing. Oh, this is not going to be effective against fighters. I have to change my ship. Alright, right now I'd say bombers and the Raider are our biggest targets. Oh, actually, this would be handy against the Raiders, so let me do that. Alright, I'm going for the Raider, you guys cover the fighters.
Copy that. This fighter has the same name as my wife. It's a little confusing.
Well, I like that some of the names they use, like Race Pharrell and stuff, are pulled from the old Battlefront games.
Yeah.
Like, and there's Race Thorell and Van or something like that.
Hey,
it's like,
so
hey, I'll those guys.
I just blew somebody up and got credit for killing a player.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a player kill versus an AI kill. In other words,
okay.
One of us killed it instead of one of our AI teammates.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ah! Give me weapons power.
Alright, you can, have you figured out which one is the shift power button?
Yeah, oh no, I've got it. I'm just complaining at myself for not hitting the right direction.
Hey, your wife just disabled me.
Oh, alright. Good.
No, not good. It means I can't fly.
You don't need to fly. Okay.
Whoa, Disco Dragon, you're trying to hit the Star Destroyer? Ballsy. I mean, I've done it before too. I'm just saying, it's not easy. But sometimes, if the conditions are just right, you can actually score a win in this stage.
Even oh, it's not invincible in this mode. That's neat.
No. So yeah. So like I said, it's one of those things where it's like if it's down to like 4% and you can get up a good couple torpedoes or something at distance, you can win while you're defending. Which is, actually sometimes how, I've won games for the team, other teammates have won games for my team, the other team has won games for their team, so yeah. So, like I said, if it gets down to like 8% and one of us can do the sacrifice play, but the catch there is your death counts against us for this stage. That's the catch there, so it's one of those things.
You gotta be careful with it, yeah.
Yeah. Because it can set you back. Alright.
Back to Star Destroyer time.
Alright. Let me shift. Let me go for my. Let me go for my B for best wing. No, it's not B for blade wing. It's B for best wing. Because B wings are the best.
It's B for these things are vaguely shaped like the letter B, and everything else was named after a letter already.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh no.
Ah, there I go. Oh, my wife just killed me.
I got tracked.
And power systems are offline. Hit the big sparky bits.
Hit the big sparky bits. Understood, Commander. Aiming for big sparky bits now. Don't you ever apologize for greatness.
Yeah, I'll tell you because I guess I'm probably the veteran amongst us, so I figure it'd be easier for you to describe as the big sparky bits.
No, you're 100% correct. Missile! Missed me. Okay, cool.
The collision on that Star Destroyer is impressive.
It is. No, and like if you hit a section up, it starts getting all and turns all black and charred, like you can see on the nose there.
I took out their targeting system, but at the cost of my own life.
Nice. Well, hey, there you go. And torpedoes away. That's it.
Did you get it? Even though we're defending? Yep. Nice. Good job, everybody.
I got the last possible second.
Look how cool we look.
Yeah. Sorry for bogarting your stream here.
No, that's fine. I knew what was happening when I let you into voice chat.
Let's see. Let's see. Hey, look at that! You actually got the indestructible medal.
Yeah,
you got
for having max field volume for a while. Probably for that bit that I was flying around with not being able to figure out how to target anything.
Yeah, little over 2 minutes at full shields.
Nice.
All right. Back.
7 deaths. Career average 7.
Oh.
Player kills 2. New record. Career average 2. Constance, you got to teach me Aurebesh at some point. I want to know how to read it. Since you have a permanent copy on your desk. Oh, we lost Trexpert.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's like I hit the wrong button, backed out of the whole lobby by accident.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, sorry. Hang on. Yeah, hang give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay. And
I gotta send a DM to one of my buddies who doesn't have the Sasquatch outfit in GTA real quick.
Okay.
Okay. And
yeah, I can say that later. But basically, it's a rare outfit. Basically, you can just dress like Bigfoot in GTA, but the outfit was rewarded as a daily login for Halloween, and now they're running it again.
That's
you should message your friend and tell him not to pick up any of the peyote though.
Right. New lobby created.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're doing a new one?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. No, here, I can join you all here.
So, folks, for some reason, multi-chat is not updating. What is going on today? I'm not sure.
Huh. I do not see... Oh, here we go, Broseph. Here we go. And edit.
Let's see. Did that do it? Nope. That's still
Continue.
on the
There we
same
go.
message as it was on before. Okay, that's weird. I'm going to just disable multi-chat for now. So we just won't see chat on the screen, but I can still see y'all over on Twitch chat.
Okay.
All right. We all good?
We're all good. Let's
Yes.
rock and roll.
I don't get why they
I didn't
even
know
put
that
a timer up.
I didn't
for
know that
waiting
Indiana
for the
Jones
match
had
to
a
start.
language constant, so that did that. Might try an A-wing today. Let me get my feet under me with an X-wing for a bit first.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
Ready up.
Nern Osk. Sorry, I just saw Conklin Head's chat here.
Yeah.
And then actually they recanonized the digraph letters, so I've got to relearn those. The CHEAOOTH. Those ones.
Nice. Nihilus, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate it.
Attention, Vanguard. Imperial Armada dead ahead. Punch through their fighters and take out that Star Destroyer.
Alright.
You know what to do.
Shields, double front!
Oh man, I remember this place from the first time I played this.
Yeah.
This mission was honestly a little rough. First time I played.
Yeah, same. Even the second time I played.
Fire!
Are we the baddies?
Man, this interceptor is very maneuverable, and I wish it would not be. So I could shoot it.
Oh no.
Got it!
I'm gonna die.
I believe in you.
Alright, we're on the attack. Let's go.
Yeah, I do, Constance, I do wish I'd gone to the Indiana Jones ride back in the heyday of all the, like, cool traps and stuff, even though, you know, it meant waiting in line for, like, 3 hours.
Honestly, I've always wanted to go, but the thought of just waiting in line for that long, like, I once tried to work as a package handler, but I ended up not being able to move at all when I got home.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Power to shields! R2, save me! Or it's not R2, it's whatever we named him. K3. That's right. Alright, it looks like we're focusing on C first.
Yes, and if you guys hit C, I can start hitting D. I mean, like I said, at the very least, we can knock out their shields before we get to the halfway mark again. So before we get completely overtaken here.
Once again, blown up by my wife.
Alright, closing in, locking onto D.
Whenever I see the word light cruiser, I always think of the Constitution class from SPO.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you
God,
mean one
I'm
of...
looking forward to next week.
You mean one of my viewers has brain rot for STO? That is shocking information for me to learn. Truly shocking.
Oberth, greatest ship design ever?
Go to hell and
What?
die there. It's really funny.
Airlock with you.
Yeah. It's really funny starting this conversation with you folks being like, yeah, I couldn't do my STO dailies, or my STO dailies made me late for this.
No, actually, I still haven't done my dailies.
Oh no!
Alright, Delta shields are down, moving for Charlie.
Copy
Luckily,
that.
I'm at the... Luckily, I am at the part of the anniversary event where I'm only getting dilithium, but still.
Yeah, same here.
That's dilithium.
Yeah, K3 4L.
Alright.
Actually, the dilithium market has been pretty good. I kind of wish I would have sold now instead of panic sold when I found out the 14th bundle was coming.
What do you mean when you found the 14th bundle was coming? You knew it was coming for a year. Everyone knows there's a new anniversary bundle every year.
I know, but when I found out the release date, I mean.
Oh. Go, bomber, got it.
So yeah, I think I sold about 7,000 cents worth of dilithium.
Oh wow.
Oh. Yeah, what's nice is our market right now has been floating about 350 to 370, somewhere in that vicinity. So there's one advantage to playing on Xbox, haha.
Yeah, yours has never been as broken as the PC one.
Yeah, well,
what is this economy you speak of?
Yeah, we actually hit 500 a few months ago, once. And then it stabilized again, but it's like, yeah.
Once.
Not perpetually.
Yeah.
Not for months and months on end. While the poor developers
that...
brainstorm trying to figure out what in the hell kind of dilithium sinks they can make.
Honestly, I feel like the best thing they could do, I know it's probably a controversial thing because, you know, those are paid ships, but I feel like the oldest, not as good performing T6s should probably be changed over to dilithium ships.
Yeah, it's an idea. They mostly ended up getting put in mud store and stuff though, so.
I do love that they just remastered the Dauntless after about 14 years. You guys can't see it, but I checked my non-existent watch.
Huh. Good. About a hair past a mole?
Yeah, basically. No, because it was one of the original T6 ships. And, you know, it hasn't been touched since then, and now it's did it, and I'm just like, yay, I can't wait for it to hit console next month.
Oh man, I
little
can't wait.
6-week delay.
I can't wait for my Shangri-La class.
Yep, hey, well, that's on Tuesday. But yeah, okay, we're still in defend mode, okay. But yeah, no, for me, it's like, I figure it's like, you know, it's always a good 6-week delay between things. Sometimes if it's 4 weeks, it's like, hey, but 6 weeks, it's like, oh god, what's really, okay, so here's my sad thing for the day. This year is Cryptic's 25th anniversary.
Oh man, it's been 5 years since the 20th? Wow.
Yep.
I'm just very sad. I think I was in the middle of a break when the 20th happened from STO, so
Yeah.
I didn't get the Platinum Shield.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they are going to do something this year, or if, you know, all things considered, it's not going to happen or not.
I'm gonna guess they won't. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about many things.
Yeah.
If there was something that was already, like, in progress, maybe, but...
Yeah, there definitely wasn't. So, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. So I'm figuring there's not going to be anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not...
maybe it'll get mentioned in, like, a blog post or something, but I don't...
Deca is grateful for all the years Cryptic has worked on these games, kind of thing.
Yes.
Ah!
I'm just so happy that Pondus fixed the warp trails for the Connie.
See, that actually didn't bother me as much as something he fixed a while ago. They fixed a while ago, is actually if you went into the Discovery with Open Bay, all the cross fields had the mirror emblem on the bottom. That was ever since the Glen came out. So finally, it's like that's like one of the biggest things that's bothering me, because you know, warp trails, who cares? But the model is wrong.
I hope the new folks working, I hope I trained them enough to understand how much absolutely minor details matter to you people.
Yeah.
You get so many complaints over things that are just like, why does anyone care? But you care because it's Star Trek.
But Memory Beta said in 1987.
For me, the warp trails were an OCD thing, because it's, oh, well, all the other 23rd century ships have these trails, and then...
Yep.
You know.
What, you mean there's neurodivergent fans of Star Trek? That sounds crazy.
It's like, you know, see, for me, it's a pretty ship. It doesn't have the right logo.
Something diversity, something combinations.
Shields down on C. I feel like I've accomplished something once in my life.
Is that just for countermeasures?
My countermeasures are R.
Mine are a weird button. I think it's the back of the controller. Not that it matters to any of you, because none of the rest
mine
of you
are
are
RB,
POTUS's.
I think, or no B.
Very dangerous battle.
I'm trying to find my explosives.
Are you not able to dummy fire the proton torpedoes on an X-wing?
I don't think so.
No, proton torpedo, protons and stuff are pure lock-on, and you got to be between 1,500 and 500 meters out for it.
Unfortunate.
You can still lock onto the Star Destroyers, or the big ships, and fire missiles at them.
Yeah, I've been hoping that I could just dummy fire, because sometimes
no, you
I
can't.
don't have enough
Double
time.
tap.
Oh, you can?
Oh, double tap. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, at least on Xbox, it's double tap. Sorry, I completely forgot about the since I used to.
No, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I have.
K3, you got this? Okay, thank you, K3.
Dummy fire right auxiliary is.
It's the Y-wing.
It's the Wino countdown.
Wasabit the Seal says torps can't be dumbfired, but most missiles can be.
So I actually did buy that song in Fortnite.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Constance, I used to always do that to ship designers and artists when I had them on stream about the ships in the game. I'd be like, so what is this grill for? And they'd have to be like, It's my favorite.
I'm really good at coming up with that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, me too. But it's funny to put
We
the artist on the spot.
Cool.
Yep.
Rule of cool supersedes all, and sometimes as much as I love ships, I'm willing to acknowledge that and just come up with something around that.
Yep.
It's like, okay,
well,
sure,
my
rule
favorite,
of cool, but
my favorite thing about stuff like that is when fans come up with explanations for that. Like, it was a space he needed to fill, but like also it's can I take care of the shield generator? Oh, I can't take care of the shield generators without taking out shields.
No, you can't. Well, you can if you have piercing torpedoes.
Okay,
and
which I don't.
Proton torpedoes will still do some pretty decent hit to their shields.
Tractor beam.
Oh, so now we gotta go after the Star Destroyer.
Yep.
And change over to flagship systems targeting and.
But yeah, there was this shift in like nerd culture in the last I want to say 20 years, where we went from the designers have to we went from this is a thing that somebody put on it because it looks cool, let's us as fans come up with an explanation for why it's there, to they didn't tell us why there's a grill on the bottom of that ship, they should be killed.
Yeah, it's I mean, half the fun of things is working out all the weird little plot errors and figuring out, okay, how do I make this match up with this?
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, it's registries like the U.S. has always done, and most other navies are sequential. Yes, you'll have little jump gaps where 5 Excelsiors got canceled for whatever reason, but they're pretty much all sequential, which definitely tells an interesting story when you look at things. Basically, because the Grissom being 638, that dates it to that dates the Oberth class to early Federation, which means by the time it was destroyed, it was it was a ship that was over a century old.
That explains why it sucks.
Well, exactly. It just got retrofitted over the years and stuff. But it
because it
sucks.
That's
an interesting story.
Yeah, because it sucks.
Well, yeah. Well, because the Franklin being the 314, 326, not high. Like I said, and that being a very early Federation, convert from Earth to Federation, and all the ships that suddenly we go from 2000, the FCC 2000 in the 2280s to the 70,000s in by the 2360s. A lot of ships were built in that time frame because I think the way I figure it, you have the Cardassian War, you have the Galen border conflict with the Tellarians, you have the Sinkethi War, you have all these other things going on. You have the Tomid incident, which probably cost a lot of ships, at least as far as I'm concerned. So, and a lot of the weird DS9 kit bashes, a lot of those, I ascribe those to having been Dominion War era, or not Dominion War era ships, having been Cardassian War era ships that just they're well, we might as well hang on to it because it's still kind of useful in these circumstances, so, it's not exactly a prime position, but, you still go off on neat missions and stuff, and then Dominion War rolls on, it's oh, hey, look, it's actually handy, and, the Curry class is a carrier, in my head.
Sure.
That's the one where it's the Excelsior drive section with the neck in the middle and then the saucer on top. Anyway, I know I'm going on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I love the passion. I don't care, but I love the passion.
Well, because like I said, for me, it's I love figuring out, okay, how do I make this work? How do I take this piece and put them together in a way that makes sense in universe, but also fills in a gap and maybe adds to the story?
Yeah, exactly. That's the fun part.
Exactly.
I got blown up by the Star Destroyer. I managed to get a couple torpedoes in.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Alright.
Going back to chat a while ago, Nihilus, even if they don't use, even if the grill on a spaceship wasn't built to be a grill for grilling stuff, it is now for every spaceship. I don't care how big it is. We're gonna spacewalk out, and we're gonna make a grill.
Well, I I could do with some brats on the grill right now.
Is the grill propane or charcoal?
It's actually warp plasma.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna put my steak on there for 2 seconds each side.
That might be too long, I don't know.
And the other side of that, oh, and just quickly, with the shields, if you can get inside the shields, you can do direct hole strikes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so there is a slight, you can kind of see once you pass through the shields when you can start, burning lasers onto your target.
Got it.
I've got kind of a dangerous cooking question. What if I use my gas stove to flame grill some brats?
I think it's fine.
It's kind of normal.
Yeah.
I've seen people use gas stoves a lot to char peppers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just worried because maybe the gas might get into it or something.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Because the gas is already burning at that point. Oh yeah, matter antimatter grills. There you go, Dexter.
Okay, I'm coming.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And back to
got
fighting
destroyed
fighters.
by Luca. Whoever designed that
spawned in
NPC
and I had a target lock on.
every
Oh,
opportunity to
no.
call them Lucas.
Imperials would spawn camp. That's what fascists do, everybody. They spawn camp.
I don't know. I feel like the rebels would spawn camp too.
Yeah,
Just because they
that's
don't have
true.
the resources to not spawn camp.
That's true, and there's so many Empire ships coming out.
Oh my goodness. Full power to
Got
weapons.
him! Oh. I think I need to switch which one is weapons for me and which one is speed, because at least on the X-wing, I think on all the ships actually, the speed is on the left and weapons is on the middle, but you push up to go full speed and you push to left to go to weapons, and my brain is confused.
Someone just sent me a message, but it didn't pop up on my phone like it's supposed to.
Oh, weird. Got him! Oh, a bomber, you say? I'm going to ruin your slow-ass ship's day.
Hey, that rhymes.
Yeah!
I'm gonna see how many turrets I can take out.
Okay, pal.
Maybe
Be
that's
careful.
bomber.
Oh, shit, they just fired one of our shield generators.
Oh no. Well, we're on to Star Destroyer fighting, so.
Alright.
Alright. I have made several runs of the targeting systems, and I will make more.
Alright. Whee! I love in the B-wing, I love that you can just kind of spin the wings around.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just for flavor. It does literally nothing, but it's great.
Yeah, I mean it is a neat and handy kind of bonus, like equipment thing, because it like lowers your secondary cooldowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a sweet spinny.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Basically.
Thanks, K3. Alright, putting full power back to shields. Or K4. No, K3. I'm right.
I'm hit.
Targeting system finally down.
Nice. Oh, here we go. This will work.
You know, it is kind of funny because in my years throughout playing STO, I went from being the alt characters. Why would I make alt characters to having 57 of them?
57? I have like 8.
I have
I
basically 0. I do have some, but I never play them. I only ever play one character in an MMO. That's why I really like, like Final Fantasy XIV or Guild Wars 2, where your character can just freely switch between classes and stuff.
Yeah.
I have 14.
I'm afraid if I say why I have 57 of them, what I've been doing is going to get patched out somehow.
Is it bad what you've been doing?
No, I've just been using a feature.
I see. A feature.
Just something that involves temporal recruits and the other recruits and reputation marks.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Technically, an attempt was made to patch it out already.
Oh god.
5%. This is one of those opportunities where somebody can get a really good torpedo strike.
Okay. We're gonna try then.
So you remember when it was made so the you only get reputation vouchers now?
Yeah. That was an attempt
So
to patch out what you've been doing?
Yes, kind of in a way. I'm pretty sure that was always intended, but still, basically, what I've been doing when that happened, I was basically, all right, I can't farm multiple reputations. I'll just farm one and then sell all the marks.
Okay, so you can dump fire the X-wing proton torpedoes. Also, you can crash into a raider at full speed. I don't know if we needed to have that established, but I've established it for us.
Well, I'm glad someone checked.
Raider destroyed.
But yeah, I just always end up farming copious amounts of dilithium. It's a lot smaller compared to the disastrous amount of dilithium that was obtainable before the tier 5 reward was changed.
Yeah. I remember when people were mad about that. How am I supposed to get endless dilithium now? Whoa!
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't mad about that because I knew I had that backup plan to fall back on.
Yeah, I just run Admiralty on all my guys every day and, pull from that. And I typically end up having a few million by the time I cash out. I think once I actually cashed out just over 10 million. Like one time I've hit the 10 million cap. And that was just because the market was so awful and there was nothing I was really inclined to get at the time.
Honestly, part of how I knew about this is part of the reason why I advocated for the burn.
I remember a lot of people suggesting that, and boy would that have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Alright, let's give the Star Destroyer what for, boys.
Let's go!
LFG!
LFG!
HOJK MNOP! Okay. If
YOLO!
we get to the shield, if we can get inside the shield and just hit
the shield
its
generator
hole directly. No,
Oh, yeah?
not even. If we can just get inside the shields and hit the hole directly, just on the non-burned bits.
Okay. You got it.
Because it's at 5%, so if we can get in there and just burn rounds into the hull. Without crashing into the Star Destroyer and dying.
Listen, I can only do so much.
Well, that was more aimed at myself there.
I know. I was just playing along.
Yeah.
We did it!
Woo! I'm watching it burn.
Since victory popped up... No! Since victory popped up as soon as I fired my missile, I'm going to take full credit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it might have been the kill shot.
It might have been. I like my guys
Thanks,
like...
career point.
320 seconds with max engine power, that's right.
Nice. Oh, that's what I did. Okay.
Okay, that was a much better amount of
Who
kills.
started the rumor that before the 15th bundle was revealed, apparently someone started a rumor that the warship was going to be in there, and I just want to know, who the heck did that?
I don't know.
What ship?
The mirror warship.
Oh, just before we get too far on STO, I got the most kills on our team, so worship me.
Nice.
As,
Hey, there you go.
as required.
Okay. I'm starting to get pretty good at flying my X-wing.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been flying the Y-wing lately.
Well, that just
what do I
sounds
do?
like you were dogfighting. What about the objective?
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing someone did a lot of objective damage.
And I think it was my wife.
Alright. Let's use the... Oh.
Going
Next round, we want
A-wing,
to play.
baby.
Next round, we want to do space fascists.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Wasabi wants us to play Imperial. So, I guess we gotta do it.
Wasabi! Remember that?
Actually,
remember that
they
old,
used
Star Wars
Kappa, so they're more or less kind of joking when they say that.
See,
Okay.
every time I see that, I swear to God, it's Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah, I don't know. Who is it actually?
Some guy named Kappa, I guess, whoever that is.
Okay.
OG Twitch streamer, like
But
way back in
I
the
actually
day.
like old, like
yeah. No, and actually, I tweeted him way back when and showed him the picture. He's like, he said even he had to kind of do a double take to make sure it wasn't him.
All right, squad. Let's sound off. This is I will go with Vanguard. This is Vanguard leader standing by.
Vanguard 1 standing by.
This is Vanguard 2 standing by.
Or Vanguard 2 rather. You're Vanguard 1.
Vanguard 3 standing by.
Vanguard 4 falling into position.
Red October standing by.
I used to make like Donnie and Nick and people do that with me when we were playing this game when it first came out, and it's just so much fun to get to do that.
Red October standing by. Simply Red standing by. Helen Reddy standing by.
No
Big
way.
Red standing by.
Imagine Red October, but it's just a big submarine coming into dogfight.
Oh, that was. I'm calling that from Family Guy. The Family Guy when they did their episode 4 parody, that was Family Guy. Which, God, especially now that Family Guy and Star Wars are under the same roof.
Yeah, but
God,
Family Guy
I would
hasn't
love
been
them.
funny since I was in college, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the new ones, and actually, it seems to be heading for like a second heyday, kind of like The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be good.
Yeah, because I mean, like The Simpsons, people were like, oh, the first season was the best, everything else is crap. It's like, people, mass Malcolm Simpson fans have actually gone, actually since, season 20, whatever, they've actually kind of hit a new creative stride.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because I've actually seen, once I got Disney Plus, I decided to do every episode of The Simpsons ever, just because I'm a nut job. And this was, years ago. This is, when Disney Plus first launched.
Nice.
Fragrance.
Fragrance. Did your body get taken over by Dexter there for a second? Also, if I didn't say thank you very much for the bits, Narcosov, thank you very much for the bits. Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that butt. Oh
my gosh. Look at that butt.
Oh god, I love the Jonathan Colton version.
Oh yeah.
Face the Oakland booty. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Was that the cover they stole on Glee? I can't remember.
Yes, it is. They even kept in the
Johnny C's part of it. Yeah.
Which was the very, very telling moment. It's like, that show, cast-wise, that show did not age well.
No.
No.
A lot of reasons that show did not age well.
Yeah, but I'd say a couple, one of the cast members in particular. Yeah.
So how do I rotate this B-Wing?
You use your secondary fire and then just spin. Or you either do whichever one it's equipped to, you do hit that one, then just use like your roll control.
Oh! It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nope, it's not fine.
Yeah.
Wasabi Bit says there's a very famous player in the Fleet Battle League named Disco Dino. So he's amused at your name, Disco Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
So
coming.
that's
yeah, musical
actually funny.
segue
The
upcoming. I am
origin-
so down for that, Nihilus. Let me tell you. I
So
did.
the origin of my gamer tag is actually has to do with Discovery.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the disco part is for Discovery, and the dragon part is for Skyrim.
Oh.
You know what game is top? You know, is very niche but just so fabulous. It's Skies of Arcadia.
And then the for the win part is just to make sure I can get on any platform I want.
Yeah, I am always surprised when I can't get Vengeance God because I've been getting it everywhere for so many years.
Yeah.
But every now and then, somebody has it, like a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I tried playing Minecraft Java Edition, and then I found out, wait, are you saying I can't get Disco Dragon? Who the heck could possibly have Disco Dragon?
But it's a combination of words, so someone wants it.
I mean, what's funny is when you try and sign up for an account without, under your standard name, and then you realize, oh, I signed up for this I already signed up for this like 5 years ago. I completely forgot about it. I don't remember my password. I don't remember what email I used. So I have to create a whole new account.
Yep. That's why you never change your password, kids. I'm kidding. Please change your passwords all the time.
Yeah. My brother just lost his Xbox account because he does not remember his password for his email or his account.
Oh. Did he try calling Microsoft? Like, did he try calling Xbox help and see if they could do anything?
I think that's what he was doing last time I talked to him.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, in theory, they should have some way to verify his identity. In theory, emphasis on in theory.
Oh, he's one of those privacy freaks, so I doubt they have anything to do that with.
I have a friend who the email that he used to sign up for his Rockstar account no longer exists. The service is just gone. And
Net zero.
he had to submit like 12 tickets before they were able to verify his identity and give him his Rockstar account back.
Oh my god. Wasabi, that's really cool. I didn't realize that. If you spectate a match in Squadrons, you get original trilogy music.
Nice. Okay, cool. I took out one of their shield generators.
I am
Which
going
one's
for the
easier?
other. Nah. Nope.
All right, let's see. Oh, hey, both of our frigates are in pretty decent shape. Cool.
Great.
Actually, they're like almost pristine shape. Even better.
That is the best.
Yes.
Yeah, Wasabi. I mean, almost all of the Star Wars games and Star Trek games that I've played recently have been just huge labors of love from people who really love the universe.
I know it's funny that now we're heading into the era of not just the people who grew up on Star Wars are making this stuff, but their kids who grew up loving Star Wars are making Star Wars stuff. It's we're now hitting. I mean, we're already into like second, third generation Trekkies.
Oh yeah.
You know. So. Unfortunately, the way Hollywood is right now, it's like the whole industry is on fire.
All creative industries are currently on fire, and it sucks a lot.
Yeah, because the number crunchers are like, let's make number go bigger in forever and always. Never go down. Never go down mean bad. But economics 101 says nothing goes up forever. And there's the TV Grim Reaper, formerly the Cancel Bear. His whole thing now is that the future of the television industry is smaller and less profitable, which, of course, they probably all know that, but they don't want to acknowledge that because less profit means lower stock price. Lower stock price means lower CEO pay because capitalism.
Capitalism.
Can somebody throw up the radicalize since I can't right now because I'm flying an A-wing trying to defend my frigates.
Don't worry,
yeah, see
the lessons soon enough when this all comes crashing down.
See, the one thing that does give me hope for like Skydance buying Paramount is that yes, he's the son of he's Ellison's son, but he actually seems to love movies, which is good. It's like we don't need we don't need MBAs.
Wait, who's Ellison's son?
The head of the founder of Skydance. So, but he co-financed the last couple Calvin movies and stuff, and he seems to really love movies.
That's specifically Star Trek, though.
Yeah, no, exactly. But other movies, Skydance is one of the kind of a major independent financier, not like A24 or anything, but really it's we need people, not MBAs there. We need people who like actually love movies and stuff and are willing to go, you know what, instead of spending $100 million on this movie and betting the bank, let's spend $30 million on 3 movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And
the same
if
thing with
one of them
video
goes
games
big,
too.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
like,
know, it's we do need to spend a little bit more time and money on things that aren't going to bankrupt an industry if they fail.
Yeah.
I know, seriously. I am worried that GTA 6 at this pace is gonna cost $100, especially after what Nintendo did.
Yeah, I was surprised. I guess surprised is the wrong word. It was the right thing to do to a certain extent, because the cost of games has not gone up and the cost of making them has. But like, yeah, that seems like a lot.
I know.
Economy the way it is right now, nobody has any money.
Yeah.
You know, that means even fewer people are gonna buy video games. So it's like,
I mean, our economy's also about to crash, so like.
well, yes,
it
that
doesn't
too.
help.
Yeah, which I swear to here, just to get political here, I swear to God, the whole plan is to torpedo the economy so the oligarchs can buy up, you know, small and middle level businesses for pennies on the dollar and, you know, further consolidate industries. I swear to God, that's the plan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's much of a plan beyond do things that make us more money, but I think that's definitely one of the things they're probably looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, if you wanted to do that, and the other thing too is like, you know, with like farms, you know, the farmers rely on U.S. aid. Torpedo U.S. aid, farmers have less money. Farmers have less money means that, you know, an already thin margin industry, which pretty much relies on being subsidized, no longer has money. Well, then, hey, you know who can buy things up? Monsanto. They can buy up those farms and stuff, and, you know, and like all them, they're like, oh, we'll bring back manufacturing. God, Dr. Oz is now the head of the Medicare and Medicaid.
I know.
Anyway, back to other depressing stuff here. And shields are down permanently.
Excellent.
Anyway, okay, so back to the depressing stuff. Yeah, it's like, you know, they're like, oh, we'll bring back manufacturing. Yeah, if manufacturing does come back to this country, it will be like entirely robots.
I mean, there was that whole thing that came around recently where Bill Gates was talking about how we need to tax automation, and I think that's actually really smart. Because oh, there it goes.
Oh, hey, wee.
Wait, it's still got like half health left. Why is it exploding like that?
Oh, because one of the sections probably just ignited.
Got it.
Yeah, whenever you do hull damage, enough hull damage to one section, it will kind of start getting scorched like that.
Got it. I think I just blew up the bridge. Woo! I blew up the bridge and then exploded like a true A-wing pilot.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and go for it here. Since we're at full red, I'm gonna try and go for it here. I'm gonna try and get a torpedo strike going here if I can. Torpedoes out, pulling them out.
That's what he said.
What did happen to the Twilight from the Clone Wars?
God, that was such a neat ship. But you know, it's absolutely heartbreaking how they integrated moments where you could see, oh, by the way, this is where we are in episode 3 into the Siege of Mandalore.
Oh yeah. Oh god, it's like oh, he just killed Grievous. It's like, yeah. No, this is where everything starts to go wrong. Yeah.
It's like oh god, and then it's like, oh, and then the moment when she feels Anakin.
Yeah.
Fall, it's like, oh, crap. God, that was such Clone Wars, man. See, and especially like the first season was a little bit rough, but you know, of course, it's finding its footing.
Yeah.
But, you know, by the time you get to second, third season, man, that's Clone Wars, man.
Well, that's why you gotta give shows a chance. I mean,
exactly.
Even shows that are amazing and perfect in the first season and get canceled, like Willow. Why did you cancel Willow, Disney?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
It's like, oh my god, yeah. It's like, what the crap? And it's like not everything is going to be a blockbuster right out of, not everything is going to be a blockbuster period, and not everything is going to be a blockbuster right out of the gate.
I mean, in the modern streaming era, TNG would have been canceled.
Oh yeah. TOS probably wouldn't have made it the first
thing.
season.
Yeah.
One thing I am conflicted about is there's this show. It's a Nickelodeon sitcom I like called Victorious. On one hand, I'm glad they canceled it so those actors could get the heck out of Dan Schneider's
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah, I watched Victorious and iCarly and the new iCarly reboot, which I really liked. And so the new iCarly reboot, I liked that they definitely grew it up with the audience.
Yeah. But sorry, you were still
They-
saying something. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh.
But, I mean, I always like. I only recently got into these sitcoms, but honestly, I really prefer Victorious over iCarly.
I've never watched enough of either of them to know. I only remember hearing about iCarly, or not iCarly, Victorious being the original Watch It for the Plot, which is kind of gross considering how underage those actors were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gross. But no, for me it was the fact that it focused on acting careers and stuff and singing.
Yeah.
The singing was secondary for me. I really like that they focused on how aspiring actors like get into the roles and stuff.
Yeah. Con Head, I didn't mind. I think you're talking about using like modern music in the new Willow show, because I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm a big fan of anachronisms and stuff like Knight's Tale and oops, you know, I don't mind fantasy stories where people talk like modern people or listen to modern music.
Yeah, but every now and again, I'll hop on Blue Sky and lament that there hasn't been a Victorious reboot.
That's funny. There we go. Good job, gang.
I think my most recent one is Henry Danger got a movie, iCarly got a reboot, The Thundermans got a movie. Where is my Victorious reboot?
Yeah, I don't understand why that's an ick, Fragrance. I just never understood it. Like, why does every fantasy story have to be Lord of the Rings? You know, like, people got mad at Brandon Sanderson in the most recent book because not everyone was talking in these and thous the whole time, which has never been a way he's written. But it's just kind of wild to me that it you know, that becomes a thing.
So
hold on, let me finish talking.
Honestly,
sorry.
I was about to say something too, so I'll just apologize too.
No, it's fine. Sorry, that was a bigger reaction than I should have done. All right, yes, we're backing out, is what you said. But anyway, yeah, I just don't understand that whole philosophy. All right, go ahead, guys.
I'll be honest. A good chunk of the people that are mad at Bethesda right now over Starfield are Elder Scrolls fans, because honestly, a lot of the discourse around Starfield I'm looking at right now is, oh, you're so bad, Bethesda. Why did you make Starfield? Where is Elder Scrolls 6?
Yep.
Where is Elder Scrolls 6? Like,
there's always something. And it bugs me too when you hear complaints about anything. And I was talking about this with you, Constance, over the weekend, but like, you know, it always drives me crazy when I hear the same people repeating the same arguments about why they hate something word for word. I'm just like, I know that a lot of people can have the same opinion, but when it's always the same word for word, like, it drives me crazy. It's just like, it's not worth having 16 of the same arguments. Are we joining Disco's game here? Is that what we're doing?
No. I fired up one where we're now playing as the space fascists. So you have to like create whole new lobbies. Unfortunately, sorry about the interruption there.
Oh no! It's totally fine. I'm sorry I reacted that way. I don't see you on
good.
the.
I'm still trying to get
try...
experts to show up.
Let me see.
I'll hit the bathroom.
Yeah, Skyrim was 14 years ago. It's weird.
Oh my
it's weird
God.
if people were negatively comparing Starfield to Cyberpunk 2077 because everyone loved dunking on that game when it came out. There's so
I know, like, what the heck?
Try now.
Okay. It's so funny too to think about, like, there you are. To think about like all of the games like Cyberpunk, like Destiny, like STO to a certain extent, that were like that were given a chance to grow, and therefore what's happening? Okay, cool. Sorry, were given a chance to grow, and that became really good games, even with rocky launches.
I mean, Fallout 76 got its chance to grow. I'll just hope that they'll be as generous with Starfield, and
Yeah,
it'll get that.
I was really hoping. What was the BioWare mech game?
Anthem.
Anthem. I was really hoping Anthem would get a chance to kind of like grow and change and become a game that a lot of people liked, but unfortunately that one got shit canned almost immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't trust EA with anything. Like literally, The Sims 4 is so bloated with their DLC. Like,
yeah.
Oh, bro, we're missing bro stuff here.
I like playing it because I like designing houses and stuff, but man, I really want a skyscraper.
Yeah. Trexpert, I want to publicly apologize again. That was way too big of a reaction. I'm so sorry.
No, all good.
My brain was in 6 different nerd arguments, and I shouldn't have reacted like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. You know, I'm like my brain is like 10 steps ahead of where my mouth is, and so it's like wanting to say, you know, it's like wanting to get the idea out before it forgets what it is.
Yeah, no, I know that. I feel very well.
Yeah, let's see. What am I looking at? Okay.
Yeah, but as for the impending PlayStation release of Starfield, I'm just glad we'll just have one group of fanboys off of Starfield's back eventually, you know?
Eventually, yeah. Duncan, you're 100% right, and I am one of the few people who liked Mass Effect 3 before they added the even better ending.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did too. I loved Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. But the interesting thing I found when people were complaining about Mass Effect 3 was that they, the people, my friends who were the most angry were the people who were angry because the choices offered to them at the end, none of them felt like a choice their personal commander Shepard would make, which I think is really interesting that we all imprinted on that character so much for, over the course of 3 games that it became a real person to so many people.
Yeah, no, and you know, sometimes in life, you know, you have your Sophie's choice. You got to pick, you know, your catch-22, your Sophie's choice, which is the least shitty option of these shitty options.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, and the thing is, though, I really hope the Destroy ending is canon, because that's the one where Shepard can throw. Sorry, spoilers.
Synthesis was my ending, and I thought that was the best one, but
yeah.
Titan 3 forming up.
Interceptors also do not have shields. Let's see how this goes.
Yes. I mean, the only TIE fighter that has shields.
I just realized Star Wars uses the same voice type of things that, I don't know what to call it, complexions, that Elder Scrolls uses for their high elves.
That's funny. That's true.
The British?
The very British.
Oh wow, I forgot. We're supposed to be firing at the rebels now.
You're shooting them! Traitor!
Oh, Duncan, that seems high for my life's value to the Empire. Wow, they just blew up our Raider.
Down.
I just flew right into this Tantanev looking thing's exhaust ports.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not where you want to be. Hang on, I'm lost. I can't see where I'm supposed to go. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Ooh. All right, now. I was gonna say the rebel names in this game are all great, but Swan Shazricht might be too much.
Winner Polta.
Ion, why? It's so funny. Whenever you mash a button to get out of Ion, if you mash it for exactly too long, whatever you were hitting was your will go off after you get out of the ion. So I just dummy fired a missile into space to hit nothing.
I'm inbound.
Well, it had a chance of hitting something, and that's the important part, right?
Yeah, well, it's space. It will hit something eventually. Every time you fire that weapon, you are ruining someone's day.
Sir Isaac Newton is the meanest son of a bitch in space.
When I first got to that, I paused the game because Mei-Ling wasn't home, and I was like, she needs to see this. I need to wait until she gets home to watch this with me because she's a physics teacher. For those of you who didn't know that. Ow! Got him.
So speaking of Isaac Newton, my personal favorite meme to do is whenever I fly a plane like remotely close to a mountain and like the gravity starts pulling me down, I'm like, damn you, Newton!
That's great. Also, fun fact, Newton did not discover gravity. I mean, obviously no one discovered gravity, but also there was people in the Middle East who was names I should know and don't, who were doing all those calculations beforehand.
And ask me, don't you mean Mapity? Ha ha ha
ha.
No, I'm so
brutally
so
destroyed.
much back. I know Doctor Who's back this month. Andor's back this month. It's like, it's a nerd fest.
I gotta watch. I gotta watch the last season of Doctor Who. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you should. It's good.
Oh, yeah,
I heard it's really good. Yeah.
Ninjago is back this month.
Ninjago is back? My God. Like, no, that's good news. But
I've only been hyping it up for like since the new wave of Lego sets came out.
And CinemaCon is this weekend, and Universal announced the second live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie is due out in 2027.
I saw they're so confident in the first one that they're ready to go to the second one immediately, which gives me a lot of hope.
Which one could hope. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, even if it's a shot-for-shot remake, it looks like it's gonna be a really good one. Lilo and Stitch looks like it's gonna be, it's a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah, like we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to talk about some of the events. Oh, sorry.
One of you must choose to speak now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, for me, I was gonna say, I want to talk about some of the events in Ninjago, but it's too spoilery.
Oh yeah.
Dragons Rising is a lot more serialized than past seasons.
Is that the is that the like DS9 of Ninjago?
Basically.
That's cool.
All I can say is, you remember Lego Legends of Chima?
No, actually.
Okay, so